Amidst the dominance of Japanese and Italian superbikes on the streets, have you ever imagined a brutal V4 beast, born from British soil, carrying a legendary name awakened from a long slumber? A name steeped in racing history, especially on the fearsome Isle of Man TT. Well, that's the story Norton Motorcycles attempted to revive back in the mid-2000s and 10s, after decades of its name fading into the background. Norton, under the leadership of Stuart Garner at the time, had a huge ambition to birth a true British superbike, capable of challenging the market leaders. The inspiration clearly came from their SG series race bikes, campaigned at the TT. This is where the initial concept for Norton's V4 superbike emerged, later known as the V4SS and V4RR. The concept was clear: an exclusive hand-built superbike with a roaring 72-degree V4 heart, displacing exactly 1,200 cubic centimeters. This liquid-cooled DOHC 16-valve engine, featuring an 82mm bore and 56.8mm stroke, was initially claimed to pump out around 200 horsepower. This wasn't just a fast bike, it was intended as a work of art. Just picture it: a hand TIG-welded aluminum frame, polished on the SS version until it shined like a mirror, or brushed finish on the RR. A full carbon fiber body, top-shelf Öhlins suspension, an X30 up front, TTX GP out back, and high-end Brembo brakes, M50 radial monoblock calipers. Everything was assembled with that quintessential British craftsmanship vibe at their Donington Hall factory. The price? Definitely premium, targeting collectors and high-end enthusiasts. Unfortunately, this beautiful dream ran headfirst into a bitter reality. Behind the promised luxury and performance, the Garner-era Norton became entangled in severe financial trouble, eventually leading to administration in early 2020. Many orders went unfulfilled, and whispers about quality issues began to surface. The future of this British V4 looked bleak, as if Norton's troubled history was about to repeat itself. But, as fate would have it, things took a different turn. In April 2020, the Indian automotive giant, TVS Motor Company, stepped in and acquired Norton. This wasn't just a cash injection. It was a commitment to rebuild this great name on a proper foundation. Many were initially skeptical, but TVS proved their seriousness. TVS didn't mess around. They didn't just fire up production of the old V4 design. Quite the opposite. The bike was completely dissected and reevaluated at their new state-of-the-art facility in Solihull. They admitted there was significant homework to do. Reportedly, TVS engineers identified at least 35 design areas in the Garner-era V4 that needed a total overhaul to ensure genuine quality, reliability, and performance. A massive investment was poured into research, re-engineering, and world-class production facilities. The result of all this hard work was then reborn as the Norton V4SV. Visually, the DNA is still strong. That iconic handmade aluminum frame, now offered in polished or Manx silver finishes. A sturdy single-sided aluminum swing arm with an adjustable pivot. The sexy carbon fiber bodywork, and the aggressive silhouette inherited from the TT bikes. But under the skin, this is a far more mature machine. Its 1200cc V4 engine remains the heart, but it's now retuned to produce a peak of 185 brake horsepower at 12,000 revolutions per minute, and a hefty 125 Newton-meter, about 92 pounds-feet of torque at 9,000 revolutions per minute. Maybe slightly down from the initial claims of the Garner era, but TVS focused more on drivability, smooth power delivery via ride-by-wire throttle, and crucially, long-term durability. The transmission uses a 6-speed cassette-style gearbox, easy-to-swap ratios, equipped with a slipper clutch and a quick shifter as standard. Handling and braking duties are still entrusted to top-tier brands. An Öhlins Nix 30 front fork, 43mm fully adjustable, and a bespoke Öhlins TTX GP Norton monoshock at the rear, fully adjustable, ensuring precise handling. Breaking up front features dual 330mm floating discs gripped by Brembo M50 radial monoblock calipers, while the rear uses a single 245mm disc with a Brembo caliper too. Naturally, it's all backed by sophisticated cornering ABS. Standard wheels are OZ Racing forged aluminum, with BST carbon fiber wheels on the carbon model, wrapped in high-performance tires. The V4SV's real innovation under TVS might not be some brand new, never-before-seen technology, its rivals are plenty advanced too, but rather the process of its rebirth. It's an innovation in meticulous re-engineering, applying modern quality standards to an exotic design and transparently correcting past mistakes. The instrument panel is now a 6-inch full-color TFT display with multiple views. It features 3 riding modes: road, sport, wet, lean-sensitive traction control, engine brake control, keyless ignition with an electronic start button, full LED lighting, and even a rear-view camera as standard. All this is managed by a 6-axis IMU for accurate data processing. With a wheelbase of 56.5 inches, a seat height of 33 inches, and a 15-liter or 4 US gallon fuel tank, made of carbon fiber, of course, the bike has the proper stance for a superbike. Its weight isn't the absolute lightest out there, but it's fitting for the premium materials and V4 engine it carries. So, the Norton V4SV stands as tangible proof of a resurrection. A motorcycle carrying the aura of British exclusivity and racing heritage, but now built upon a much more solid foundation of engineering and manufacturing, thanks to TVS's backing. They're proving that this legendary British name isn't just about nostalgia, but can be relevant in the modern era, if done right. Okay, that about wraps it up for this one. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you on the next deep dive into cool bikes.